There we go. This meeting is now being recorded. Okay. It was a whole October. It's October, y'all. Some of y'all didn't know that because you're as calendar challenged as I am. I am excited that it is October and I'm still waiting on YouTube. That's why I'm stalling. Give me just a moment.
There we go.
There we go. All right, perfect. Okay. Welcome. This is Magical Monday Manifestation. I am your host, Valerie Lewis. And the reason why we come together on Mondays is so that we can set our weeks up for success, so that we can manifest, so that we can get guidance from the divine, spiritual insight, so that we can create our realities. I have some new guidelines for y'all. Let me see if I can remember them because I just made them up a couple of days ago. I have four tenets. Maybe I shouldn't call them tenets. That sounds way too serious. The first one is, I don't remember, y'all. The first one is, we are all psychics. The second one is, I'm a professional psychic, which just means I practice it more than everyone else. The third one is, never take advice from an internet psychic. The fourth one is, but I'm always right. Okay, that's all I got for you. Now, the rules for our gatherings together are love and light always. We hold everyone in love and light. We hold ourselves in love and light first and foremost. And then second one is don't start no shit, don't be no shit. I feel like we have to repeat those just because these groups are getting bigger. And I love that. I love that. Let me spotlight myself. Can y'all tell I'm not ready? I am not ready. Oh, let me tell you why I was late. I told you I was going to tell you why I was late. Y'all see that right there? That's a zit. Every October, and that's why I was late, because I was doing my face, so I was putting on makeup. Y'all should see that zit without makeup. Y'all don't want to see it. Anyway, every October, I get these big zits, like usually right up in here or right up in here, for no other reason than to just remind me that I used to be a witch. Like this fits in perfectly with October, Halloween, spooky vibes, because it's just going to get bigger and bigger. Every year it does. And then I just go as a witch for Halloween and it all works out. All right. Let's get into the reading. For those of you that are new, I do a complete reading for the group based on group vibes, group energy, group mindset, group intentions. We start with tarot. This is not the deck. My decks talk to me. This deck said, not me today, bitch. Pick another one. We start with tarot and then we move to oracle. So now I need to, I know which deck it is. I know which deck it is. It's my deck that's not over here. One moment. I am so ill prepared. On the day that I have a fucking celebrity is the day that I am not ready to read. It's a full-on spirit just fucking with me. But I'm here for it because do not let spirit get the best of me. Okay, this is the deck I said I was probably going to read from for all of October. And it just said, yes, it's the right deck. I don't even remember what I was saying before I got into talking about decks, but this is Ghost and Spirits Tarot. It was a deck that is gifted to me, and I am liking it quite a bit, especially for October. Group read, that's what I was talking about, how these run. I read tarot, then oracle. So first we're going to take a moment, and I need to take a moment. Y'all, let me show you my coffee. 32 ounces. That's why I'm all over the place. And I make no apologies for my coffee and caffeine intake. I just want y'all to understand. Okay, take a moment, take some deep breaths. Center yourself as I will center myself. Focus your intentions on what you would like to receive for this reading. Guidance, insight, clarity, messages, answers, entertainment. Gently focus. I feel like some of you have been asking for quite a while This is not the time to make demands. This is the time to ask ever so gently, one more time. And then we're going to turn off and shut down all of that asking, and we're going to allow ourselves to receive. We're going to allow ourselves to be open, receptive, allowing, and listening as my phone goes off, and listening for the messages that come through from Spirit. And I am going to allow myself to open up and listen as well. During a group reading, basically, I allow myself to be the channel, allow the answers that you are asking for to come through me. I have found, and I have gotten so much feedback over the years, that no matter where you are and what you're asking, some of these answers and some of these cards will seem as if they are speaking directly to you. And they are, because that's how Spirit works. So let's get into the reading. Ghost and Spirits Tarot. I am pulling the cards now. If you are watching from YouTube, welcome, welcome, but I am not able to multitask and watch comments on YouTube. So I thank you for watching, but I am not responding to comments on that platform. We have our 5 tarot cards. I'm turning them over now. Let's see what Spirit has for us. Ooh, hoo, hoo. I love it. Okay. Major Arcana, overarching theme. When we get messages from the major arcana, it is telling us that whatever this guidance is, whatever this question is, whatever this answer is, that it is going to affect all areas of our life if we make this shift, if we incorporate this guidance. Minor arcana is our day-to-day, what's in front of us right now. What are we asking a question about right now? Like groceries, or what do I do with the kids? Those immediate needs. That's what minor arcana answers. So we start out the week, the whole spread, with 2 major arcana, which tells me some of y'all are making some big shifts in your life, or you're asking the big questions, or you need help with something that is kind of seeping into all areas of your life. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that's a please make it stop thing, but this is guidance for things that are going to cover all areas of your life. And I love this one. I was just talking to a friend about this theme earlier, so it's very fitting that we pull this. It's the Magician. The Magician for me in this reading right now is a remember who you are card. And I just had that. I was just looking in the mirror saying that this is a reminder of who I used to be, my witchiness. This card is, again, another reminder. Remember who you are. You are a fucking magician. You are creating your life. If there is something in your life that is not going to plan, pause, take a breath, and figure out, how can I create something different? A lot of y'all tend to pause, take a breath, and say, oh my God, how did I create this? And you want to start reviewing and going through everything that you did. You can do that if you want, but I only got so much time in a day. And I would rather say, how can I create something new? And that's what this card is saying to you. In this moment, you are the magician, you have the magic, you have the power. How are you going to create something new in your life? I do like going to the guidebook on this. This is an excellent deck, and I have never seen this deck before and would have never come across it had my friend not gifted it to me. But each one of the cards in this deck is a different kind of ghost or a different type of ghost. The Magician, oh, is a, can't even say it, Psychopomp. Well, psycho, that fits. Psychopomp helps to provide a bridge between the conscious and the unconscious. That makes sense. In essence, the merging of all layers of consciousness symbolizes wholeness and self-awareness. Self-awareness, remember who you are, the magician. I'm not going to read it all because that's, I think, the message. I just like reading it to see what the ghost is. There's a lot of symbology in this particular deck. See these figures back here? I see these as like ancestors, past lives. These are animal gods, the divine coming through in that big swirl of light. Earthly connections to earth, connections to Mother Earth. He looks like an ancestor himself, someone of native heritage. It's just a reminding of who you are and a remembering of how powerful you are. If anybody was asleep today, and I mean sleep on life, like kind of checked out, y'all, last week I was checked completely the fuck out. Last week kicked my ass. Let me just say that, but I'm back. Last week kicked my ass. And so this is, again, spirit coming in. The message is for me too, saying, remember who you are. Remember who you are. If life has got you down, remember who you are. If life is amazing, remember who the fuck you are and keep doing amazing shit. Second card, the world. The world. This is card number 21, which represents end of cycles. I love this card. This is so relevant to me. Maybe I just came on here to give myself a reading and y'all just get to watch. The world represents the end of cycles and the beginning of a new cycle. This to me looks like, this is what I watched Hocus Pocus this weekend. I might be a little biased. This to me looks like someone coming up out of the grave. They're in the graveyard, but it's as if they're coming up out of the grave. Maybe this person is transitioning to the afterlife, which of course would be the end of his earthly cycle and the beginning of a new cycle. Maybe this person is just still in this incarnation and manifesting as a ghost. I don't know. But in any case, we see the beginning of one cycle, the beginning of his the ending of one cycle, the ending of his earthly life and the beginning of another, with the light back there and the birds are alive. So we have life here and death here. And it's the World card, which is the last card in the major arcana, which represents the ending of the Fool's journey, but also the immediate beginning of the Fool's journey again through all of the same lessons on a higher level. So some of what you might be experiencing, I'm speaking to my damn self, is the ending of a level, so to speak. Mm-hmm. And it probably maybe ended before you thought it would, maybe ended in a bit of chaotic ways, in a bit of questionable ways. Maybe you didn't understand why it was ending. But here's the thing, now you're on the other side of that. And as you look back, the only thing that Spirit is asking you to do is to acknowledge that you have up-leveled, acknowledge that you are stepping into a new level, and that with this new level, you need to remember your powers and everything is okay. Whatever this is representing for you, whatever is passing away, whatever is ending, let it go. Some of you are still holding on. Some of you are in that transition saying, hold on, wait, let it go, because what's coming next is better. You learned all the lessons you came here to learn in this life cycle. In that particular cycle, I would agree with that. I would agree with sometimes, this may or may have not happened to me. Sometimes you go to take a course and you don't learn what you're supposed to learn, and you just unenroll yourself from that course and you try again. Sometimes that's the way it just has to go. So a lot of times we hang on so long because we're like, no, there's something still here. No, there's something I don't understand. Sometimes, you know, when you're in college, when you drop that course right before you get your grade because it's the last time to drop the course before it counts against you. Sometimes life is like that too. Sometimes we need to just walk away from the situation. You'll revisit it again. Trust me, Spirit will give you the lesson again. But sometimes in the present moment, we need to walk away from that situation before it destroys us. Move on with a new set point. You are the creator. With the new set point, with the new perspective, take that lighter approach, that lighter perspective, and move on. If you feel like you're leaving things undone, this is a message straight from Spirit, so maybe this is hitting somebody specifically. If you feel like you are leaving things undone, what I am hearing is that is okay in this present situation. It will not be undone forever. You will get the chance to revisit it. You will get the chance to finish it. But right now, you are not in the mental, spiritual, or physical space to finish it. You need to let it go. You need to move on. You need to regather yourself. And then whenever spirit feels or you feel that you are ready, it will present itself again. Don't fear. You will have the lesson, but right now is not the time. You need to let that cycle end. You need to move on. Now we're going to move into the minor arcana. I have got to get no glasses. Have y'all noticed how many times I do this when I'm doing these readings? I never used to do that so much. I don't think I'm getting, oh, I'm ascending. My eyes have ascended before I have. That's what's happening. That I'm claiming it. My eyes ascended before I have. Okay. Ace of Wands is the next one. Beautiful. So that's right in line. I hadn't even thought of the correlation until I picked it up, but that's right in line with new beginnings because aces are all about new beginnings. And that's also right in line with the Magician. Remember your magic, wands, magic, your own skill set, that inner passion, that inner fire within you. Wands are a fire card, and this is an ace. And this is the beginning of something new for you. The beginning cannot happen until you walk away. I feel like spirit really wants me to emphasize that because somebody's sitting there saying, oh, she must be talking to the other 20 people in the room. She's not talking to me about, because I really need to finish this thing. No, I'm talking to you. Spirit said, walk away, let it go, let it rest. If you think maybe I'm talking to you, I'm talking to you. Let it rest so that this new thing can come into your life, so that these new skills, this new passion can be born. Isn't that just a beautiful mythical scene? I love it. I don't even know what it is, but it looks like I would like to be there. Oh, there's the soul. I had to look really hard. Y'all see it? There's the, maybe it's like a fairy or a nymph. I'm gonna say it's a woodland nymph or a sprite. I don't know what it is. And I'm not gonna go to the book because I don't feel like that's necessary. I just love this scene with the light all around, the magic coming in. I feel like that individual, that spirit is calling that magic into the forest so that they can manifest something new. Ace of Wands is just like that. Call your magic back to yourself so that you can manifest something new, so that you can start with a new, fresh perspective, so that you can start feeling power from within and stop just fumbling through life, one thing to another. Take a moment to pause, call your power back and manifest something new. So that's Ace of Wands. And this is regarding your personal day-to-day. So whatever issue you might be dealing with or seeking clarity on, Spirit is saying the situation or the issue is calling for a new start, a fresh start, a fresh perspective at the least. If you can't change the situation, if you can't quit the job, if you can't divorce the spouse, if you can't, I don't know, whatever, buy the new car, a new perspective is the same, if not better. So that is what Spirit is calling for. And then we have next is the Queen of Pentacles. I've been dealing with Queen energy a lot for these past 5 weeks. And I love this Queen. Queen of Pentacles is very, very rooted in the earth. She is the earth sign. And the Queen of Pentacles represents abundance, represents fertility, and also represents manifestations. She is the queen that is able to use her powers. I use that term gently. Use her magic, use her innate abilities, use her passion, use the things within herself to manifest what she wants in the outside world in a physical sense. I'm not talking about manifesting. Well, I am kind of talking about, because she does manifest feelings of joy and feelings of love, but she also manifests the car and the house and the lover. She is the earthly manifesting queen. So Queen of Pentacles is saying to everyone in this room, step into divine feminine. Divine feminine. We did not pull the King of Pentacles. We pulled the Queen of Pentacles. So the difference between the two, had we pulled the King of Pentacles, it would have been asking you to approach it in a more logical way, to make a plan, to step into your confidence and manifest from that set point. This Queen is asking you to tap into your divine feminine, which means tap into your intuition. Allow yourself to be led by your intuition. Allow yourself to be led by your heart, by your emotions, not quite emotions, because we would have got the Queen of Cups, but allow yourself to be led by your divine feminine in order to manifest the things that you want in this physical world. So tap into this Queen of Pentacles energy this week if you are attempting to manifest or shift something in your life. This is the energy that's being called for. And then finally from the Tarot, we have, I didn't even look at it, 2 of Pentacles. Y'all, that script makes it really hard to read too. It's not just my eyesight, although my eyes have ascended. 2 of Pentacles. So we have Queen of Pentacles and 2 of Pentacles. I like this a lot. The 2 of Pentacles, I'm trying to gather the information from this one. You can kind of see it. There's 1 pentacle and there's 1 pentacle. And generally in Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot, there's almost like a swirling around the 2 or an infinity symbol. So the 2s represent sometimes choices, duality, 2 sides of a coin, since we're talking about pentacles and coins. I like how these look like they're rising up and these look like they're decayed and maybe going down now. Cycles. It's also talking about cycles. In this case, since we had the Queen of Pentacles talking about manifesting and what energies we needed to pull in. And here we have the 2 of Pentacles. Okay, this message is coming from Spirit. Someone is making a choice between, okay, let me put the card down. Someone is trying to choose between, should I manifest this thing or should I manifest this thing? Should I put my attention here or should I put my attention here? Should I put my attention on growing my business or should I put my attention on finding a job? Because the overall goal is money, right? Should I put my attention on this or this? Spirit is saying, you don't have to choose. That is not the message of the card. This is not tarotically speaking. This is Spirit talking to me in my ear saying, you need to shift your perspective to see that it's not either or. It's not always either or. So many people are putting their choices into either or buckets. And Spirit is saying, dump all of the toys on the ground and pick up the ones you want. You don't have to only choose from a specific bucket. Dump all the buckets out, pick up the toys you want. You are the magician. Stop limiting your choices. Stop seeing things through the eyes of your humanness and start seeing things through the eyes of Spirit, who says you can have anything you want. And again, this is about manifesting. So again, someone is trying to make a choice between the things that they're trying to manifest. Spirit is saying, if you close your eyes and get still and quiet, I will show you how you can have everything. You do not have to neglect and put down some of your wishes in order to have this other thing that you think is more important. You can have it all. And you're saying, I've been trying to have it all my born days. I have been trying to have it all. And Spirit is saying, yes, and you haven't been listening. Get quiet, get still, and listen, and I will show you how you can have it all. And that was a message for me.
That was me, Valerie.
Was it? That was a message for me too. Girl, let me tell you how much that was a message for me. Let me see. I can't see the screen. Who was that? Sue? Okay.
Yes, thank you so much. Oh my gosh.
Yes. Okay, so that was Tarot. Now let's go a little bit deeper into the Oracle cards. I don't think I have any witchy, spooky cards for this Halloween month. Oh, but I'm feeling drawn to this. I haven't pulled from this deck in a long time, y'all. This is the Moonology deck, and this is the Moonology Manifestation deck. I used to pull from this deck every Monday, and I don't think it's probably been a month or better before I pull it from it. So let's see what our manifestation deck has to say, since we had so many pentacles and so many messages about manifesting. You know why? Because this is my thinking. It has nothing to do with the message from Spirit. I believe a lot of times towards the end of the year, and I feel it collectively, we get frenzied about, oh my God, it's October, it's November, and all of the things I said I was going to do, I haven't done them yet. And what am I going to do if this thing isn't straightened out before the end of the year? And then we really get chaotic frenzy energy around our manifestations. I feel that collectively towards the end of every year. Sometimes it's joyous. Sometimes it's like, oh my God. And sometimes it's magnified by going into family gatherings, anticipating family gatherings. I know we have Halloween parties, and we have Thanksgiving, then we have Christmas. And we're thinking about all of these situations and the gifts we have to buy. And we just get into this tizzy. We get our knickers in a bunch about manifesting, because there's so many things on our plate and so many things we want to manifest before the end of the year. First of all, did y'all know that after December 1st, the calendar starts again? Oh, y'all don't have to worry about getting everything done before the end of the year. But this energy that I'm feeling is why I think this message is so heavy about manifesting and getting our mindset, getting ahead of the ball before we get it too frenzied, to realize where our true power lies, to realize that we can get still and get quiet and get information. And so Moonology, manifesting. Oh, now that's interesting. I got two. I usually only get one from the Oracle cards. I got one that's got really lighthearted energy and one that's got like this is a message for somebody energy. Which one y'all want first? I'm gonna go with the message for somebody energy. Let's turn it over. Last quarter moon in Virgo. I know about that Virgo energy. Virgo is one of my big three. And it says, attend to the details. Virgos are good with details. I am not. Attend to the details. Last quarter. I shouldn't say I'm not good at details. I am when the details are fun. Last quarter moon in Virgo. Come on, Virgo. Attend to the details. Manifesting. So this has all different sections for the card. All of this is the same. It's the same card. I'm going to read the manifesting affirmation. I am guided and protected by the divine. Now, if all of y'all just don't be like, okay, she said something cool, but really think about that. I am guided and protected by the divine. You came this morning to receive messages from the divine. If you allow yourself to truly be guided, your life gets so much easier and your manifestations get so much easier. I know, I'm talking to myself. Spirit is like, are you listening? Y'all should hear the things Spirit says in my ear when I do these readings. Sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's annoying. But Spirit was like, are you listening? Are you listening to what the fuck you just said to the people? Because I've been trying to tell you that for weeks. Who doesn't want to just throw it all in and go on an adventure around the world? Ooh, but who pays the bills is the very next question. But who pays the bills? Sometimes you have to do all the boring stuff first before you allow yourself the time you need to roam and enjoy. Clear task away. So that's what attend to the details means. And that is that Virgo energy. But let me tell you about the clear task away, because some of y'all heard that message and y'all were like, fuck, because I don't like that. I don't like that message. I don't like Spirit telling me I have work to do when I want to do all the fun stuff. But interestingly enough, Valerie just watched a YouTube video over the weekend and gave me some excellent tips on how to clear my list. And it was this list of, it was like, instead of just taking your list and working through all the things, it was like prioritizing. But then the part that I liked most was getting rid of the stuff that is not bringing you returns, I guess would be the best. There are so many things that we do throughout our day that we do on route. It's like a repetitive nature without even thinking about it. So many things. And I would wager that half of those things do not need to be done, at least not daily. You do them because you think they need to be done, but they really do not add value to your life. And if you start deleting those things, then you would have more energy to get to the things that need to be done, even if they're boring tasks, so that you can whip those out and get onto the fun stuff. But when you have this long list of like 50 things that you really don't need to be doing, but you do them anyway, by the time you get to the stuff that you need to do, your energy is already down and you're already like, oh, I don't want to go to work. Oh, I don't feel like cooking dinner. And then when it gets to the time that you finally have time to do fun stuff, no energy. There's no energy left because you wasted all your energy on some bullshit. You don't need to do all of the things that you're doing. I guarantee you there is something in your daily life that you do not need to do. that you keep doing because it's just what you've always done. Take a look at your life and see how you can delete those things that you don't need to be doing so you have time for all the other stuff. Oh, I love this one. New moon. We've been talking about new beginnings, right? This is the second card from the same deck. We've been talking about new beginnings, new perspectives, and this is new moon in Sagittarius. That's my sign. New moon in Sagittarius. This is almost the exact same energy. No, it is the exact same energy as the Ace of Wands. Ace is a new beginning. Wands is a fire sign. New moon is a new beginning. Sagittarius is a fire sign. So we're getting that message twice. What does it mean when Spirit gives us a message twice from two different decks during one reading? It means somebody wasn't listening. That's okay. I don't be listening either. But here we go. New moon in Sagittarius. Focus on the positive. Focus on the positive. I swear this reading is all for me. I told you I have Virgo in my big three, and I also have, obviously, I'm a Sagittarius. So Spirit is telling me all the things I need to know, but I hope you are getting some of this information too. I hope this is resonating. Sue said, I know there's at least one person that's resonating with, because Sue said it resonated with her. In any event, this Sagittarius is fire energy, focusing on the positive. Sagittarians are, in my opinion, the most optimistic sign in the zodiac. Yes, and I'm going to say in my opinion, the most optimistic sign in the zodiac. We will paint a red flag bright white just because we don't like looking at the negative. We are optimistic to a fault. Don't be optimistic to a fault, but focus on the positive is pulling in this Sagittarius optimistic energy to your new beginning. If you start a new project, a new beginning, a new way of looking at life, and you pull in all of the ways that you looked at the situation before, all of the energy, all of the feelings, all of the mindset, what do you think's gonna happen to that new project? Same fucking thing that happened the last time you tried it. This is saying pull in new positive energy. If you have done the same thing, if you have got on the bike and 15 times you crashed into the fence, may or may not be a personal story. When the next time you get on the bike, you cannot say, oh, I hope I don't crash into the fence this time. I'm going to try to stay on the sidewalk. That's still, let me tell you why, that's still a negative thing, because the first thing you said is, I hope I don't crash into the fence this time. You put that out into the universe. And the universe heard, crash into the fence. Okay. You have to start with a completely fresh and new perspective when you're trying to manifest. We're pulling from the manifestation deck. We're talking about manifestations today. Focus on the positive means when you get on that bike for the 16th time, you have to forget all of the other times that you crash into the fence. The new positive aspect or outlook is you get on the bike and you say, sidewalk, here I come. I'm staying on the sidewalk. And you give no thought to the fence over by the side. You give no thought, no energy, no remembrance to the fence. That's what staying positive means from Spirit's perspective. It means forget about the past. So focus on the positive as you start this new project, as you bring in these new energies. Be hopelessly optimistic like the Sagittarius, and forget all remembrances of past events, of past occurrences, because that's the only way you're going to manifest something new this time around. I really like that message. I'm listening, spirits. I'm listening. Okay. Sag Sun and Virgo Moon. Ooh. I'm just looking at the comments real quick. I have the other moon deck and work with it regularly and journey. Oh, and journal. And the journal connected with it. So do I. I haven't pulled from the, I have the other moon deck and the journal connected with it as well. I have not journaled as much as I wanted to. Okay, next deck. Y'all, this deck keeps calling to me. And I don't know why, because it's not really related to the energy of the cards, but It's calling to me, so we're going to go with it. It's the Beyond Lemuria guidebook. Why did I read that? It's the Beyond Lemuria deck. Autopilot. Yes, that's the word I was looking for. Autopilot. Y'all ever say things so non sequitur? Has anyone read that comic strip? I used to love that comic strip. Non sequitur is, I think I'm saying that correctly, is the perfect definition of what happens inside my brain. I just be randomly blurting up stuff, and it really makes sense in my mind, but I realize that I don't fully explain myself. Like the autopilot, I think most of y'all caught where that was. That was when I couldn't find that word. It all connects in my brain. I wish y'all could see. If y'all could see inside my brain, y'all would really think I'm the genius that I am. But my mouth gets in the way. Okay, Beyond Lemuria. What does it say? I can't read backwards. Gracious receptivity. Ooh, gracious receptivity. Isn't that a beautiful figure? I have not pulled this card from this deck, so I will go to the book. Ooh. And it's card number it's card number 28, which is it 28 or my glasses deceiving me? It's card number 28, which in numerology is a 10. Remember, we talked about completion. 10s are completion. We're getting another completion card or another completion message. This one says, I'm going to tell you what it says as soon as I can see the words. If there was a manual for optimal human experience, one of the most potent points would be gratitude. It is the backbone of all spiritual practice. Writing a list of the things you are grateful for has been scientifically proven to have a profound positive effect on the mind and nervous system. So remember, we were talking about positivity with the new moon and Sagittarius and all of that. I feel like this does tie in very well, even though I didn't think this deck was going to tie into the theme. Perfect. On point, Spirit. Thanks for being up to speed today. You got some other things to talk about that you can get up to speed on. Scientifically proven. I did not know that gratitude journals were scientifically proven. I'm going to Google that later. When we shift our perspective from what we are lacking, needing, or desiring, we temporarily replace the survival factor with the renaissance for thriving. Who here would like to move out of survival and into thriving? When we acknowledge the miracle of our existence and how far we have come despite the challenges, it can bring back our inner smile. Gratitude can enliven an attitude of, I've got this. That's that magician. I've got this. I am the magician. Everybody, write that down. Whoever's taking notes, write that down. I am the magician. If you're not taking notes, just say it to yourself. One of the best tricks for bringing something into your life is to be already thankful for it, as if it has already arrived. This sets up the frequency of fullness and plenty rather than emptiness and need. As we have mentioned before, like attracts like, but there is a whole other power at play here, as true gratitude is anchored in the heart center, heart chakra. Being moved by the sheer awe of appreciation and thankfulness is hugely pivotal to the way others and our environment respond to us. The next step is to give from our hearts without being asked or invited. When we emanate a field of new earth consciousness, giving can free us from expectation just by knowing that we can all thrive together when everything flows as a system of gifting. Oh, it says Burning Man Festival. Burning Man Festival is a blueprint of this. It says that in parentheses. I've always wanted to go to Burning Man. I'm not going to read all of it because it's another 2 pages long, but I think you all get the general meaning of the card. There is a divination meaning, and I'm going to read just a little bit about that because it gives you some points to ponder. Consider your relationship with gratitude, how comfortable you feel receiving, and what you love to give. You know, that's interesting too, because random Bible quotes have been making their way into my life lately. And some of y'all know this, some of you don't. Me and Jesus chat. When I hear a Bible quote or something about Jesus and somebody says, well, Jesus was blah, 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 I hear him in my ear, either confirming that that is correct or denying that that's not exactly how the story went, but that's how it was retold. When I hear that giving and receiving, and it said, see how comfortable you feel with receiving. It's always been an understanding of mine that you have to be as equally comfortable receiving as you are giving. Otherwise, you block the flow. It's all a big cycle. And for some reason, a couple of days ago, I heard this random Bible verse in my head that says, it is better to give than to receive. Y'all remember that quote? I heard that voice, that scripture in my head, and I heard Jesus say, that's not true. That's not right. It's not better to give than to receive. And this is how he explained the whole thing. If you are giving, 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 and if everyone in the world is giving, 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 and if you think that's what I told you all to do, who would be there to receive? And I was like, oh. And so it was like, it's got to be equitable. You have to be able to receive to allow others the joy of giving. And you also have to give in joy to allow others the joy of receiving. So it needs to be this whole cycle. And I love that. Not to discount the Bible. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to give you a different shift on that scripture, or a different look at the giving and receiving, and have you understand that it is just as important to receive as it is to give. So if you feel uncomfortableness around receiving, check in with yourself and see where that uncomfortableness is coming from. All right. Where should we go next? So beyond Lemuria, that was that deck. And I will say that this is messages from Interstellar Energies. So if even the interstellars are telling us to check on how we receive, maybe we ought to listen to that. Maybe that's something we can work on. What do y'all want to hear from next? What cards do I have? I feel like some of my angels and ancestors. Angels and ancestors is hiding. Why are you hiding? The dragons, y'all want to hear from the dragons? I can do the dragons. I just thought about the dragons and then I turned around and I saw it on the screen. It's like I have eyes in the back of my head. Okay. We have such a lovely group today. Oh my goodness, Joyce is here. Hi, Joyce. I just changed my view so I can see everyone on the screen. I had it where I could not see everyone. So hi, everyone. And Claudette made it. All of everyone. And Denise. I don't mean to be leaving y'all out, but I'm not going to go through roll call for all 20 of you. Oh, it's that card. Let's see what the message is from our angels and ancestors. This is Marie. Marie pulled this card from Spirit through me because this ain't got nothing to do with us in the United States. Spring. It happens to be spring where Marie is. And it says, see your seeds grow. Energetically speaking, though, spring is the beginning. Again, fresh starts, new beginnings, new moon, Ace of Wands, new. Spring. Let's see what the book says about this particular card. It's still the energy, the same energy. I love how I can pull from 5-6 different decks and still the same energy, the same message comes through, just in different forms, because Spirit said y'all are stubborn and y'all don't hear it the first time. So I got to tell you 15 different ways and maybe something will sink in. Sounds like my mother talking. All of those times when you say, I don't ever want to grow up and sound like my mother. And then Spirit is like, here, let me give you a bunch of cards so you sound just like your mother. All right. The message of this card: embrace the change that is on the horizon. Embrace the change that is on the horizon. Remember when I was telling you about, it seems like some of y'all are clinging on and not letting go. Let go and embrace the change. Allow your dreams to become reality. That's a manifestation if I ever heard one. Allow your dreams to become reality. Spring is an exciting time because it has so much potential. Animals are coming out of hibernation, flowers are pushing up through the soil, and the days are getting lighter and brighter. The spring card features a wild hare because in Celtic animal medicine, the hare brings intuition and rebirth. I know this is a Marie card now, because if y'all have ever gotten a reading from Marie, behind her in her setup, there's a rabbit, and the rabbit for her is abundance. But to have a spring card and a rabbit, Marie, this card is for you. It's for everybody, but it's for you. Hares are highly fertile beings, and so their medicine can bring dreams to life. Ooh. The extended message: you are ready to bring to life all. Such a little word, but such an encompassing energy. You are ready to bring to life all of your ideas, inspirations, and projects. When this card appears, you are moving into a space that allows you to really grow, expand, and create in a way you've never done before. There are opportunities for abundance, including financial growth. And if you're starting something new, prepare for major expansion in your life and soul. When the spring card arrives in the future position of a spread or as the last card in a reading, let's just say it's our last card. It's not our last card, but let's just say it's our last card. It can also indicate that the coming spring will usher in important energies with regards to your question or intentions. Marie, that's for you. This is the Angels and Ancestors deck by Kyle Gray. I love that card. I think that card is going to be my card for the week. Y'all know, as long as I've been reading cards, I do not have an official tarot card holder. Y'all know, as crafty as I am, I can fucking make one myself, but have I? No, I have not. So I just put it like in front of a picture frame. Right now it's sitting in I have this cup with all my pens in it, and it's like tucked between the pens so it stands up. Janky ghetto tarot reader. I know what y'all are saying. I know, I hear it because I'm psychic. Okay, the next one is going to be, this is a deck that's kind of a cute little deck. Another gift. Healing angel cards. And what I've been doing is giving these cards out. It's just a little mini deck. So it's not even the full deck because I've already given some cards out, but I felt called to this deck. So let's see what the message is here. There's no book. It's just cute little messages on cards. I'm going to read it to you, then I'll show it to you. Heart and soul. Remember we had that card talking about heart, connecting with heart and all of those wands, fire energy. When making your decision, take into account that what your heart and soul are saying. Let me read that again. When making your decision, remember we also have those decision cards. Take into account what your heart and soul are saying. Your soul is saying you can have it all. Sometimes the mind can deceive us. Your mind is saying, pick a basket, pick one, either or. Choose through love, not fear. Fear tells you, you better pick one and make the right choice. Love, heart, soul says, your job is to line up with the energy that grants you everything, all of it. It's all yours. Line up with it. Okay, y'all said dragons. Oh, I know what the last card is going to be. Do I have time? Yep, I got 6 minutes. I can do 3 more cards in 6 minutes. Dragons, y'all said dragons. Oh, I didn't even know that was on the table. I'm reading your chat, Marie. Ooh. Peace. I'm reading the chat. I know that makes no sense to the people who are watching on YouTube. They're like, why is she just randomly shouting out words? Listen, that's why you need to be on the live Zoom call. I can't help you if you choose to just watch. But I love you. Don't stop watching YouTube. Yay, YouTube. Subscribe, like. Subscribe, like, and follow. My granddaughters watch so much YouTube that they have that down. They will sign off their video calls to me with subscribe, like, and follow. I'm like, what are you talking about? You're not even, what are you doing? Actramus. This is our dragon. Actramus. I think it's Actramus. And you are 17. Part number 17. If I remember my Roman correctly, yes. Oh, of course your name is Actramus. Actramus connects with the Arcturian civilization, the peacekeepers of the galaxies. I did not know that that's what I thought it was Arcturians. Have I been saying it wrong all of this time? I thought it was Arcturians, A-R-C. It's Arcturians, according to this book. This beautiful dragon announced himself to me by stating, I am the dragon Actramus of the 7th golden ray dimension. I am kin to the Atlantean dragons, who were 7th dimensional, but chose to work with the 5th dimensional beings of Atlantis and oversee the raising of their vibration to the 7th dimension. If Actramus has joined your reading today, heed his words. The time has come for you to begin integrating with 7th dimensional golden ray energy and initiate the process of anchoring its frequency into your being. For those of y'all that are like, I don't understand the dimensions and anchoring energy and what are y'all talking about? Level up. Let me paraphrase. It is time for you to level up. It goes on to say, this is still the dragon speaking. This will enable you to shift the old layers of 3D energy and release it naturally. It heralds the next phase of your incredible journey. End quote. Holding a clearer vibration allows us to view the world without judgment, be at ease with ourselves, and let go of negativity. By accepting Actramus into your life, you are acknowledging you are ready to shift old DNA coding and integrate the higher vibrations into your life. I love it. Again, less doing, more receiving. Less pulling, asking, wanting, more allowing, accepting, believing. How much time do I have? 2 minutes left. Y'all know what deck I'm going to close with. I'm sorry I haven't been keeping up with the chat. Y'all have been busy and I will go review it. I always review the chat after these end. Oh, I do want to say real quick, Jacqueline, can you put my email to rollunicornscoffee@gmail.com into the chat? If you are not on my email list, there's different ways to join, but I'm just going to say, if you're not getting emails from me, just send me an email and I will add you to my email list. I will highly recommend it because I'm going to start making more announcements through email and y'all do not want to miss those announcements. Lots of goodies, lots of things that I don't do on Meetup that you would like to be aware of will come through the email. Okay, I didn't tell y'all what deck I'm closing with. Rebel deck. Let's put some fuckery into our week and keep it lighthearted. Which card should it be? Oh my, I did this last week, but maybe one of y'all still needs this. You need a good fucking cry. Who needs a cry? Crying is a releasing of resistance. As the tears roll down your face, just realize each tear is a little bit of resistance. And that is all we are about. We get the resistance off our path so we can move forward in a more easy way. Releasing of resistance. So you need a good fucking cry. And the reverse side says, oh, get the ugly cry on. Let that shit go. Your soul will thank you. I love it. So even if you don't feel like you need to cry, that's fine. Your emotions might not be on high, but I tell you, we got a full moon coming. So maybe by the end of the week, you'll be like, why am I crying? Because full moons do that. Even if you're in a good place and you don't need to cry, that's fine. There's a whole bunch of ways to release energies that we no longer need. You can go dance, you can scream, you can sing at the top of your lungs to your favorite song. That is the same way to release extra energy that we don't need. If you do need a cry though, go ahead and cry. It's all about releasing those pent up energies that are not serving us and letting go. Your soul will thank you. I love that. Thank you, Jacqueline. Just put all of the links there. Email me if you would like to be on my email list. It is tarot unicorns with an S coffee @gmail.com. And I will gladly add you. What's coming up this week? I believe we have our Wednesday morning meditation. I will be doing a lot over on the AZ side, channeling practices tonight. I get to co-moderate that. I hope some of you come to that. Lots of goodies. Look on the calendar or check out the website. There's also a calendar on my website. I love you all. Thank you so much. Remember, you are magicians. You have the power to create your life. Please take the guidance and the messages, the ones that resonated with you today, and apply them to your life so that you can manifest the shit out of your week. I love you.